What's up, y'all? Like we turning back at it. Man. What's going on? What's good? What's up? People that's scrolling on in, it's making sure the sound and everything is awesome. And let's get everything, make sure everything is up to par. I think that's about good as we gonna get right there. Camera view. Yep, I think. Ooh, horrible. Trying to work out with the green screen. Okay, so check it. Actually, the audio sound pretty good on my end. I don't know how it's coming across on that, but let's go right into it. So check the Facebook. Put the link up. Here you go. The link in the comments. Right there. Okay, so I don't know what everybody, everybody into a little different stuff, wherever you watching on the news or whatnot. And so, like, for the last few weeks, this is something that's been going on, people been hearing about for months. It's the whole P. Diddy trial. Whether I don't know how you feel about him or whatever, it is what it is. However you feel about the guy. And it's like some wild stuff. I mean, a lot of it was just clarification. Like most people don't even realize what he's being charged with. Like everybody keeps saying, oh, it's because he's beating Cassidy and all that. Now I'm not saying he innocent of that or guilty of that to that point. But did they have a toxic relationship? Yeah. If that's what he's been charged with, yeah. Some stuff that might have came out. He might been on a down low with P. Diddy. I mean, it hasn't been 100% proven, but it's kind of in the ballpark. No pun intended. I'm just saying. But anywho, and like hearing some of these stories, and it just make you get more questions. Like people really getting divided. And if I think when Diddy take the stand, it's really gonna change how people look at him to a degree. Now, some people gonna be biased and say they not. They gonna just have some type of way. They just gonna feel, with that. But you want to know who really is got to be taking some shit on this one. And here, this guy. Yep, Cassie husband, Alex Fine. Ooh wee. He because I mean, you might not know what your partner's um previous sex history was like to agree, but this dude's got to be going through it right now. He can play like the tough face, but this got to be crazy hearing how your girl that had orgies, drug through rages. I'm talking about she just been like a straight like adult actor star. I mean, she doesn't had 2-3 dudes at one time. I mean, these freak offs. I mean, hey, adults people do that. I mean, not a lot of the stuff you hear about Diddy is not too far fetched. And I'm gonna say that because people that got money, they party a little different. Like, so for example, a lot of adults do drugs and alcohol. I mean, everybody got their own drug, they different vices and stuff. But some of the stuff that just come across, and I hear stories about it, and I'm like, I don't care if you had a party with majority cops there that's off of work. It's gonna be some drugs involved. It's gonna be some alcohol. It's gonna be some stuff going. And then you got adults. It's really gonna be some more stuff going on. Hey, I'm just saying, but that's what it is. People like these old freak offs is so like uncreate. The thing is, you just hearing about it. And like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know it comes off harsh, but like as me being a guy, I don't know how many girls that I know that I can go get and talk her into having a threesome with me and two of my homeboys, or let alone two random cats that I met off of a dating website or something like that. And this ain't something that like a one-off. This was something that happened pretty consistent. I'm like, whoa, like hold on. And then she's going back and forth and down. And it's crazy make, make this look at them like a totally different way. Like take what I say, a totally different perspective or something. Cause wow, let me tell you, this is it's real, man. This shit is crazy. And it ain't even get to like, this that's the opening statement. Well, not the opening statements, but this is just the second week in. And the drama really didn't get to that point yet. It's like everything ain't it's been exposed and what's going on. And I was seeing like one of like the videos of like one of his security guards or something. I mean, dude, just came off as like a straight hater. I seen some jealousy there. It was something there. Nah, Sean Combs might be guilty of some stuff. We can say that, some stuff, but to the point where they want to take all his money and stuff like that. Now, me personally, if I was a juror, I would have say not guilty because of that. Because I'm like, okay, he might be have did some stuff. Okay, trust me, he did some questionable stuff. Okay, but to the point where you're trying to take everything he bought, saying because he's paying for prostitutes, and a couple things that's not coming up. What I'm not seeing. Okay, so first of all, for him to be running this whole RICO, I don't know 100% about it by definition, but for what I can find and I can pull up, it's like how's one person gonna be running organized crime? It got to be more people. Like the same thing that happened with like R. Kelly. Like it's more people. If you really gonna put that, I think the prosecution would have had a strong. I mean, I ain't saying they don't got a strong case in theory, but I think they would have had a stronger case if they would have had more people on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You was getting people saying, hey, oh, I was the one doing this. I was the one doing that. It just making they just like see like P. Diddy's like the super villain. And like I said, I don't know if you ever go to parties with adults, we party, we go to nightlife, stuff happens. And most of the people got they own vices, whatever they do, whatever it's their drug of choice or whatever they decide or determine to do. So, and I'm like, they make it sound like P. Diddy was like the Mad Hatter. Like he was the one Sabrina, like he was a drug dealer, he was a hitman, and all this. I'm like, okay, so a lot of this just don't make sense. Like, I want to see from the burn up Kid Cudi car. I mean, really was no reason for that. I mean, if he wants something to happen to his car, I trust me. Diddy had enough money and enough time. People say, well, he got ego problems and all this. Okay, that could be true. One or the same. All right. But I just really don't believe Diddy personally would do that himself. Now think about it. I ain't trying to play devil's advocate, but if you had hundreds of millions of dollars and a lot at stake, what's burning up $80,000-$90,000 car? Really? That's what you're gonna try to risk all this for? Just think about that. Now, some stuff, I don't understand. Like basically, Cassidy she was his girlfriend, okay. But I mean, you can't speak on it's their relationship. Whatever they had some type of understanding going on. And if that's only like a sexual thing with them. I don't know. I mean, so can you call what's that word? Can you call Diddy a cuck because he like watching somebody else bang his girl? But at the same time, in some instances, was that even really his girl? I mean, it's dudes that's into stuff like that, but I don't know no dude that's the average guy. He's not the average guy, but in general, what guy's gonna call two other dudes to come run the train on his girl. And then the weird didn't get really bizarre. And those some of the they was testifying and the witness they call it now, they said sometimes Diddy would just watch. Like what? Like he would pay, and then like they had their favorites, I guess. He what's the dude called the Punisher or whatever. And they had like this same dude that they went to multiple states with. And then this is when they kind of try to come with like the drug trafficking. I mean the sex trafficking. So basically what I thought was my understanding on sex trafficking is how like sometimes these girls will get kidnapped and they'll force them into prostitution. These the sex workers that P. Diddy allegedly had, they was known porn stars, escorts, stuff of that nature. So when they try to get the sex trafficking, if he used the company credit card to pay for them, and that's why they're trying to come up with all this RICO stuff and like that. So a lot of times P. Diddy would pay cash for the escorts, so they won't try to put that on. So, and then I think Cassidy she testified to that too. Like sometimes she'll set the free costs up, buy supplies, yada yada yada, and that'll happen. So whoa, that is it insane. It's like I said, this is only the first 2 weeks in there, and like the first day of a trial with the opening statements, like the on the first few days, his kids was there, and I know this shit went off the hinges real quick, and so I'm thinking there, his whole family in there, from his mother down to his twin daughters, they was in there. And you hearing these like, okay, they knew their daddy did some freaky stuff, but now you hearing like they had like a crazy ass sex life, which is, like I said, it's not too far fetched. A lot of people, especially people that got money, they really do have a sex life like that. Some of them being to them role playing the SMH stuff, tying each other up, doing all this sort of stuff. So it ain't like it's just like, whoa, this is just so crazy. I mean, that's what they into. Trust me. That's imagine how crazy stuff would be if you know what everybody's sex life was. I mean, people got their different fetishes, and whew, trust me, people got some crazy. You get on the internet, it's whole groups, and they actually got some swinger clubs. Like they got one it's in Atlanta. And it's like an adult swinger club. That's pretty much what it is. Male or female, you pay a price, and certain nights of the week they got different stuff, and they got different rooms you go to. Now, it ain't like, you walk in, and they eat, socialize, and then they go play. Put it like that. And here, actually, you know what? Let me try to find that club. Let me pull this club up. Okay. So here, let me present this. So right here, this is the Swingers Club in Atlanta. What's it called? Trapeze Club in Atlanta. So before people think this like P. Diddy night is like real far off. I mean, from like, can you imagine you knew every story that actually went on at the Playboy Mansion? Yeah, so this stuff then got like this it's new to some, but this is actually going on that I even looked up in my city, and there's a lot of clubs like this, and yeah, so that ain't, and like I said, they're adults, and now some stories you look up on YouTube, and a guy said he took his girl his wife or whatever to one of these sex parties, and he kind of regretted it. I don't know, my lips always get so dry when I'm speaking. I need chapstick. But yeah, he took one of his girls to one of these sex parties, and let me put it like this, and yeah, he didn't know the sexual deviant his girl was until he took her to one of these sex parties. I mean, they spoke briefly about this, but it's one of them clubs where everything is off, is up for grabs. I mean, people ask, if y'all in one room doing something, the door closed, you can't come in. Then they got the main hallway, and it's just different sections for different stuff. And let me tell you, yeah, they got this girl and beat the brakes off that cat. But I don't know what type. Look, what dude to really take his girl into something like that? I don't know. That's something you really don't want to. I mean, nah, I can go there with a girl. She want to let some dudes run a choo-choo train. I don't care, but I won't be taking like the girl I personally have sex with year after year, or unless she just something you just really don't care about. So understand, if you just let somebody do that, I mean, come on, it's just like, come on, man, this is insane. Change up the subject a little bit. So right now I'm seeing I'm going on Facebook and stuff. I'm seeing a lot of this prom season, and man, these dang on proms is like getting wow. I mean, you go back from 20 years to now, and look at how the proms is changing. They renting Lamborghinis, renting Rolls Royces, horse-drawn carriages. Then you get some people doing some strange stuff, pulling up, jumping out of caskets. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This shit is bananas. And I don't know, so everybody don't go to prom all the time. I didn't. Whatever. But people don't go to proms. I mean, it's very common though to have proms. But my thing is, you go to high school, and you know how like you remember somebody was like it in high school because they're like their parents was taking care of them and stuff like that. Prom, I mean, they graduated and all this. My thing is, ain't no way you pulling up with this live intro at the prom and all this, and I see you like 5-6 years later, and you working at Walmart. You ain't the manager. No, I'm not hating on nobody's job. Hey, you got to be employed. Hey, be employed. Work somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, Walmart is the highest employer in the United States right now. That's the one company that got the most employees right now. I guess Walmart. So that's insane. But it used to be like the automotive industry. So, and majority of the jobs there ain't, like minimum wage, something like that. Yeah, you got a few supervisors, district managers, but when you talk that, if Walmart was hiring 10 million people, 9 million of them, somewhere around there, 8 million of them only making like around minimum wage, something like that. So that's something to think about. But yet to be at a Walmart, you bagging up your groceries, and you see somebody you went to high school with, and you was looking, I'm like, I know you fucking lying. Like, ain't no way you gonna be, you work at Walmart? I'm like, hold on. And all in high school, you was the one with pulling out this and blah, blah, blah. Now you bagging groceries at Walmart. Like, use the bagger. Use a cashier at Walmart. Wow. Okay, I mean, I understand hard times happen, but yeah, you can't. That's it. What 50 Cent say? Use the man in high school, homie. What the fuck happened to you? Yeah, that's it. I'd rather not go to prom, and then they show up to prom, And these girls with these dresses is like amazing. I mean, somebody got some awesome dresses. I'm gonna tell you, but they did spend some money. Talk about one girl like, and they spent like 2,000, 4,000 on a dress. I mean, shit. And that's another thing too. If you spend it, your parents, y'all putting together all this money and stuff to go to prom, but you ain't got no scholarship. I mean, you ain't going to college. Yeah, y'all messing up. You trying to get a grant, a Pell grant or something like that to go to college, and y'all spending all this money on prom? Yeah, okay, get your priorities right. But I understand people want to see their kids do good, but I mean, just going to the extreme now. You know, I mean, I was like, I don't know, 2002. If I was going to prom, if I would have talked to my parents about yeah, I need Ferrari. I need a helicopter to drop me off. Yeah, they'd look looked at me like I was just dead ass crazy. What else going on? Out of Detroit. Here, where we at? Oh no, cancel that. Out of Detroit. So we're in Detroit, and that rapper got shot up on 8 Mile, Skilla Baby. And I don't know what people do. Like I said, I look, whatever. I don't know what's the cause of it. And then you see so much that people saying someone he was actually not even shot in Detroit, to be honest. Shot on Retford, 8 Mile on like Middle Belt. And it wasn't an accident. Somebody tried to take him out. Nah, I hear some of his music. I don't know his beats. I don't know. I don't know what the whole why somebody be out after. I really don't know. I mean, so can't really tell you what that. I don't know. So I guess I don't know. Was it something? I don't know. I mean, everybody got their look to go back for. I don't know what really happened, but one thing I can say about like a lot of artists, I don't care if you're a fan of them or not, but what happened from like even back in the day, Tupac, and you had a lot of even other local artists here. This is pretty seem like this pretty common. And seem like when they make their money, a lot of people like be down to the earth and like being around the neighborhood though. But sometimes look, you got people that want to hate you just because you didn't even know they exist. But for they to follow him on that, yeah, they was on his ass. So it wasn't like it was random. And then in broad daylight too, and it is, man, shit. That's sweet. So here, let me pull this up for y'all. Just check in on this right quick.
Situation when a wildly successful rapper is big enough to have an influence outside the city, but local politics got him going out bad. Like, bro, how you got all the resources to live a successful life, but you still getting into beefs with local artists that will never be on your level? Unfortunately, in the case of rapper Skilla Baby, it was this type of local activity that might have gotten almost smoked in a crazy drive-by shooting on 8 Mile that literally got him inches away from death after almost getting shot in the head. Bro made a song a couple months ago literally saying, I'm having fun. If y'all have a gun, I know I'm safe. Literally begging his ops to do something. Then fast forward 2 months later, and now we got this wild footage from a drive-by shooting today that came out that apparently targeted him while shooting a music video. While his status is unknown, we do know that he got shot multiple times, crashed his car into a wall, and apparently sustained a graze to his head. Obviously, the people who did this wanted him dead, but the beef behind this crazy incident is honestly something I have never seen before. With self-snitching lyrics, literally name-dropping real-life murders and shootings that somehow dodged the mainstream up until this point. Man, today we gotta get into the crazy beef that almost took out Skilla Baby right now.
Wow, that's crazy. So that's out of your Detroit news right now. So I don't know. It's just one thing, you be cool, be down, but who knows? Like I said, you don't know the whole story behind it. Don't know. I mean, a little this and that. Some they say maybe it's cousin, baby mama, baby daddy put the hands on at one point, and something else. Who knows? But I mean, even at that point, but like I said, you got people nowadays. You look at them, they want to shoot you. People get mad because you in the store. You bought the last burners. People is so unhinged. But I just want to come in and do some change up some lives a little bit. Instead of always coming in with the little drunk antics. Live stream and checking out, see how stuff running. So got more time. I wasn't gonna go live at 10 o'clock, but I was like, I got to watch the TV, and I was like, I'm just sitting here, go live, just check in, get something up on the books. But y'all been great checking me out. Whoever checked out, step in, leave some comments or something. I'll be up, so go back to work maybe next week. I don't know. We'll see. But with that being said, I don't even do I even I don't even know, dog. I gotta even ooh, that's a good question. So, anyhow, like y'all been great. Till next time I see y'all. Peace.